We are live. Brighten up the room a bit. Hello, everybody. Jeff VW Bricks here for Canadian Brick Builders Chat number 98. 8 days till the first convention of 2022 in North America. 2023. I was looking at another page right beside, and it had 2022. And hence the reason I said 2022. Anyway, I am still trying to gather some news because I am horrible. No, I'm not horrible. I've just been busy building this entire time for the past couple hours, trying to rebuild something. And I mostly finished. I have to strengthen it up a bit, and I will show that in a few moments. I'm just quickly scrolling through here. 9th of January, that's way old. Just looking at a few more of the news things. So, yeah, I will talk about what I'm building what am I building tonight? Paul. So in the chat we have Jetstar. Hello, Jeff. Paul is in the chat as well. Paul shared a picture earlier with a group of us showing that he was building / sorting. I'm not sure which it was tonight. So Jeff's asking what's going on with that. So welcome. Brick Bunnies TV was in the chat this afternoon at 3:45. They'll come back. They're at work watching the stream on Rewind, so they'll watch later. And they are also going to Atlanta BrickCon, so they have the pack. Also hope the weather isn't too bad just before the event. Yeah, there's a little bit of snow like every day for the next for the next 10 days or so. There's a bit of snow in the forecast for us here in the northern parts of the world. Not really northern. I mean, Jeff's Jetstar is more north than us. But anyway, so hopefully the weather's okay. I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be, and I'll drive through it regardless. So, beyond that, what can you do, right? Okay, I'm just going to close this window. I think I'm almost done here. I don't really care about that one. Okay, you know what? We'll leave it at that. So yeah, not a lot of news. Actually, almost no news. So got a bunch of, hey, these Lego idea sets passed without 10,000 votes, or at this rate, it must be 1,000 votes because it's way too easy for these things to pass at the moment, if you ask me. But it's what it is. Paul is building the Blacktron Alienator, Invader, Batrax, and he's building all the Blacktron, which is awesome. Let's see how far I get. Well, depending on if anybody jumps into the chat with us. Might be short, might be long. As for next week, I will be on the road or probably stopped in Kentucky, hopefully by about this time next week. Did I say that right? Kentucky? Yeah, I'm going to be in Kentucky. So I might either do a pre-recorded news thing that will just drop at 9 o'clock on Wednesday, because I don't think I'm going to get any quality internet through there. And we haven't really had constant people on the chat as of late, so I don't want to bug other people and see if they can do it. So I might try and record a news segment or something like that on Tuesday, and I'll just post it to drop Wednesday at 9 o'clock if people are cool with that. Unfortunately, that's going to be the best I can do. At that point, I will be completely shaven because this is driving me crazy, and this light is just... I've got a filter on it. It's just making me look completely wrong. So let me turn it off. Yeah, okay, well, I'll deal with that, I guess. Anyway, so I'm going to be, I will be on the road, so I think I'll just drop a here's the latest news type segment. Maybe we can do a few more things. It depends on what's going on and how busy my Tuesday is, really, because I'll have to record that during work hours. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, because I am leaving Tuesday at like 9 o'clock. No, at 6. I have to drop my kid off at about 6:30. No, about 6 o'clock. So I'll be getting on the road pretty much at 6, I think, on Tuesday night. So it's possible I do it later that night. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, it'll be probably a pre-recorded session. But hey, Axel, welcome. I was just saying that next week I'll probably just do a pre-recorded news session and just drop that. Unfortunately, it's episode 99, so it'll be like nothing but the news or something like that. Just because I don't know what's going to be happening with other members of the group. So I'll have to figure that out. Anyway, so yeah. So as for me, I should actually, let me just quickly pull up one more page here, and I'll pull up my Google Images, because there's a bunch of photos I haven't actually posted socially on the medias. I'm just trying to see Jan 19th, Thursday. Oh, wow. So I got a lot done this week. Okay, I feel better now. Let's throw this over here to our sharing screen, and I'll change the view. So this is last Thursday. No, well, I've been sorting tiles. That's what that is. I'm just trying to get this full screen in here. There we go. Does that work? I think that works. Oh, it's a slideshow. I don't want a slideshow. No, I don't want a slideshow. Oh, I don't think it's a slideshow. Anyways, so last week I started working on the Hainer, or went gun-ho on the Hainer, because I finally got the parts in, I think, on the Wednesday. And I don't think I showed these pictures last week. So I basically, on the left side, I've got the two pads going. Maybe I did show these pictures. I can't remember. I have two pads going, pad 1 and 2. Pad 1 and 2. Pad 2 will have a ship on it. These parts are on order. Actually, these parts didn't get into an order. I placed an order for more of these pieces, and hopefully they arrive in time. They did get shipped after the weekend, but I had also ordered some of these in white as well, and the seller did not have them in their inventory, even though they had it in the store. They didn't have them. So crap happens. But anyways, I have a pad built on top of this, because again, this is basically the idea of where those white stripes are, the wall would pull, or the floor would pull apart, and then like a platform would come up, and that would be like a ship would be resting on it, which is the ship I was building today. So we'll get to that too. Anyway, so yeah, I started building these pads. I don't know if there's much difference between those. Oh yeah, basically working the area around it. Unfortunately, I only have green brick available right now in mass quantities, which is kind of funny because the castle has a lot of green brick in it, but I have a lot of green brick apparently. So underneath each of these vents, and you can kind of see it, it's green, and I don't want it to be, but that's what I had, and that's what I had to use. I think I'm going to try and order some massive amounts of white brick to basically replace any bricks that are under these vents eventually with white, at least. At least that's my plan. And it looks like I was watching TV or movies or something. I don't know what that logo is. Anyway, I did a lot of movie watching on the weekend as well while I was doing this. So here we got pad 2. I built that, finished that off pretty much. So pad 1 would be here, but pad 1 is below the ground. So it is labeled on these. There's number ones on the edges of the pad, so you can see it. And they do sell. There is a 1x6 piece with this with a printed gradient on it, like the printed warning stripes. It only came in one Jurassic Park set. That was not too long ago, and I think there's 2 in a set. But the set is extremely expensive, and these parts are therefore extreme. No, the set's pretty cheap. It was a smaller set, I would say. But to get this part by itself, it's like $2 or $3, I think, for the part. So I have them on my watch list. And if I ever get to a store that actually has like 4 of them, I'll buy them. But for now, that's what it is. All right, so that was the one side, and then I did a little bit more detailing around the base of it. I basically kind of finished it off, and then I needed to start the other half. So I was proud of this. So apparently I was taking lots of pictures, finishing up little bits and pieces. Oh, sorry. And then what I started doing is on this side. So this is the left side of the module, or the mock. So like the back wall, the train runs in the back here. And in this area, I decided to actually build a wall. So I started working on that. Started with yellow because I don't have a lot of these in white. But then I ended up removing this column at some point. So I got an extra 4. So I ended up having enough in white. So I started working on this. And actually, wow, I didn't take many pictures in between. It took me a lot of work to get this done. It took a good day, if not longer. So obviously doors are here and here. And this is a larger cargo door. So I put yellow supports on this to try and make it look more interesting, I guess. And then a control room up here, which I still need to put figures in, and I still need to do some decorations. But I should hopefully have time to do that at some point. And then I took Paul's idea, Paul in the chat here, into this walkway, this gantry. Actually, this one still has the support here. This gantry or this walkway had a corner, and this corner was sagging a little bit. So Paul had suggested, hey, why not put an elevator in there? I had originally said I was thinking of building some stairs. He suggested an elevator shaft. So I was like, why not? Hello, Eric. Welcome. So I built an elevator shaft. Right now the floor is, so I basically just used those like these grate tiles, these grate plates. Not that they're great. Well, they are great. But these plates that have the lattice structure, I have one on the floor, and then I have one at this level right now. So and this gate is open, so the guy is getting out at this level. And I have a cylinder in here, which you can't really see, but I built a gray cylinder in here. So it's like a hydraulic elevator. Nothing fancy. And technically it could go maybe up to a higher level if there was one there. We'll let imagination take that one over. And then I started working on pad 3 on the other side. So this is the larger pad for my cargo ship, which is massive and mostly done as well. I finished that during Old Gray Bricks on Monday. So once I basically just tried to figure out the pattern around here and then worked my way in. Now you notice that I don't have extra lines on here like I do on, like I used to have I had a yellow circle on pad 2 and another circle around here. I don't have that because technically this one isn't going to be a dropped pad. And as you can see, I still need all those yellow grates to fill in the rest. So I've been busy. Here's pretty much the whole thing together. Yeah. And on this side, I just basically made another walkway. Originally I was going to do maybe a storage space, but there's just not enough room there to do anything. So I figured, you know what, for now, I'll just do a walkway. Sorry. Lots of talking again. Oh, and the train is moving. I was testing the train moving as well. So that works. It stops at the right spot. Here's kind of a gantry view or a walkway view of the pad with the train there. The train was stationary at this time, I think. And then I was figuring out how to lay the spaceship on top with the cargo crane in it. So it does fit. Well, not a good shot, but just trying to take a couple shots across. Thank you, Paul. Looks good. Thanks. And that's kind of the whole thing there. So I was working, after that, I started working on the ship on page 2. So this is, or on pad 2. This is a ship I've had for a very long time, easily 2016, if not earlier, using this cockpit, which is absolutely amazing. It came in agent sets years ago, the Ultra agent sets. And I have one, and I'm always looking for more of these ones because I love this cockpit just because of all the different angles. So you can see it's in pieces here because I pulled it out of a box that I found in the back of my, like I was looking for this ship for a little while, for a good hour this morning before I worked. And I finally found it buried underneath a bunch of empty Lego boxes compacted down, and pulled out the box. In fact, the boxes are right right here. These two boxes were kind of stuck underneath. So I was taking this ship and I loved it, but as you can see, there's a lot of coloration on it. It has not done well. I guess it's old brick or something. So just before the chat, and that's why I'm a little rushed this evening. Just before this chat, well, probably about 7 o'clock, I started rebuilding this, and it took a lot longer than I thought it would to rebuild this. And just I put it back together. Sorry, this isn't the rebuild. I put it back together to the way it was. So it's got a 2-person cockpit, which I love this. Like I said, I love this windscreen. And the idea was it held just these little cargo containers in here. So what I wanted to do was open it up so I can hold one of my 4x6 or 8x6 cargo containers, which reminds me, I still have to make more of those. And I have another ship in the back that I found that I haven't seen for a little while as well. Aquanaut's turbine. Oh, this thingy here. VTOL engines. That's what I always took them as. I'm not sure exactly what you were referencing, Axel. So yeah, the cargo ship opens. So what I wanted to do was hollow the middle of the ship out so I could put a larger container inside, while keeping most of the rest of it intact. I strengthened it a little bit. I still have to strengthen the top here because it's very weak right now. And then I put it on the pad just to see that I couldn't really get any longer. So it will fit on the pad just. So to me, that's a success because technically that pad would lower. So, you know, yeah, those parts. Yeah, just like a VTOL engine. The bigger ship I have has vertical thrusters as well. So this one's the same idea. The last picture I have. Okay, so that's the last picture I have. So now we'll just do full screen me. So this pretty much looks like the exact same ship, as I said. So yeah, little turbines. I guess you could call them turbines. I kind of like the look of that. I don't know. And it kind of matches the scheme. And coincidentally, I built this like 6 years ago, and it has the same color scheme as most of my base, which I'm really enjoying that. So, and like I said, it opens up. And now I've hollowed it out on the inside, so I still have to work on the floor a bit. I can fit a cargo container inside and close it off. I'll put some proper holders in there for it. The only problem is right now this thing is like one plate thick or a plate and a tile thick. I need to strengthen this up a bit because right now it's not strong. So that's my next job. I might move this tail in a little bit further as well, just because I think the landing pad, I'm not sure if it's going to clear if it were to go down in that landing pad, which it won't because it's obviously not. But yeah, and I also, I took the cockpit, let me just grab it this way. I took the cockpit and I put different pilots in and added some little computers in there and stuff, made it a little bit more of interest, I guess. Thickened it up. I put like a bigger, one of the 10497 computer consoles in there. I'm amazed I don't have a lot of tiles that are like screens and stuff that are computery. So unfortunately, it does make that cockpit look a little thicker. I might just make that. I was thinking I could make that tile go higher up, like not be a plate out like it is right now. But if I do that, then this guy can't see anything out of the window. So I don't know. Or I could just do a 1x2 tile. I would love to load the containers with a Ripley exoskeleton from Aliens. But building one of those to hold, to hold a cargo container, it would just tip forward. In fact, one of the things I have to work on. Hold on. One of my cargo lifters. Oh, hi, Yvonne. You're a little late. It's okay. I didn't get a chance to talk to you today. Sorry about that. One of my cargo lifters fell on the floor during the big build over the past few days. But I wanted to just show that these are the weight bricks, and I've got 3 of them in the back of the lifter. So this isn't hard to rebuild. So here's the cargo bricks, and that's the back of the lifter. So it basically just wraps around the cargo brick. So there's a lot of weight in the back of that vehicle just to be able to support the cargo container on the front. So I'm going to rebuild this one and build a third. And what I'm actually debating is whether or not to build these, build 3 of them in white and gray to kind of go with the existing layout of the ships or of the hangar. So I'm not sure. I'm either going to go white and gray, like basically kind of stick to the color schemes that I've got for these to fit in the hangar, or I keep them blue and yellow. I don't know what to do, or I keep them classic space colors along with the containers, or I don't know. What do you guys think? Keep the containers these shades, or make them similar shades like white containers with gray and white, or do I do different color containers? I was actually thinking of maybe doing different themed containers if I have the time. Thanks, Jeff. I really like the ship too. I'm glad I was able to resurrect the ship into this model. I also have, let me go, I'll just leave that picture up for a second. in the same box, I found an Mtron cargo container or cargo ship as well, which means I might have Mtron cargo containers. I have to check that box in a second. But I also found this vehicle that is not the most stable. It's also been in a box for years. I also found this vehicle, which is a little Vic Viper style spaceship I built years ago as well, and it's got landing gear, and the landing gear does fold in. Should work perfectly fine. So it does fold in nicely. And stuff, and the front gear, my hands, sorry. The front gear, which is right here, just kind of folds back like that. So I built this one a few years ago, and I'm debating taking this one with me and just kind of laying it on the table. But I can't register it as a mock because they're no longer accepting mock registrations because the convention is full. In fact, I don't even know if my classic space, different colors of cargo. Yeah, and the lifters, should I keep them in the classic space colors, or should I make one more to the color of the white, like more white? I don't know. That's my thing. Anyway, if anybody's watching this later in chat, I'm going to build these over the next week. Well, in the next 6 days, I'm going to be building them. So if anybody's in chat later watching this, Ben and anybody else, feel free to pipe in and say, hey, you should do it this color. But for now, I don't know. I don't want too much of it to blend. So maybe the blue, yellow, gray, black works better. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hard to say. White and yellow. Thank you, Yvonne. I didn't even see that. White and yellow forklift thingy, blue containers. I like that idea. Okay. And like I said, I might do a few other colored containers because let's face it, in most shipping yards, it's not all the same containers. We would have different ones. And hold on 2 seconds. Oh, I should show you this too quickly, but I saw this, so I figured I might as well pull it out. This is an Mtron cargo lifter that I built years ago. It's not all complete. It also has landing gear that come out and some on the front. But it's definitely missing some pieces right now. But this is a cargo container I built for Mtron years ago as well. That had obviously magnetic containers, which I'm just trying to see what I built. Oh, wow. And this is missing pieces too because it's been in a container. I also built a little classic space tri-cockpit fighter as well years ago, which, like I said, I just found this in this box today, basically. Yeah, today. These are 8x8 containers. And I also have a load lifter here, but I think I'm missing pieces on it. Yeah, I'm definitely missing pieces on this thing. Oops, hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this back together, which is really exciting. I know. Wow. This would be a great time to have other people on the line so they can chat with us while I'm trying to do something finicky. Oh, it's just not working. Anyways, I have a lifter here that it's missing parts in his arms there that I built. And that can't carry cargo containers, but I have a different one here as well in light gray. It's actually pretty cool flexibility. I forgot I built these. That, again, missing parts. But yeah, so I do have other cargo containers that I built for for Mtron, but these are 8x8, so they're totally different scale. But I might try and retrofit this to a 6x4x6. Anyway, lots to do this next 5-6 days. That's for sure. Yeah, well, exactly. All these ships have been in displays in the past, but now I can reuse them because COVID and everything too. Axel lost his internet connection. Sorry, Axel. Glad you're back though. So yeah, not sure on the lifter colors. Yeah, I don't know. I'll what I'll do is I'll build a lifter in white and I'll post it and say, I don't know. Maybe I'll post it in the Hainer and put it on Instagram or something and maybe do a little vote. One of the other things I did, so when watching TV, at lunchtime, I go upstairs and I have lunch and I'll watch a TV show, 45-minute TV show, make your lunch, 45 minutes, an hour till I'm done my lunch type thing. But once I'm done eating, I'm just watching TV. So I took a lot of my tiles in white, my 2x2s and 1x2s, and I started putting them on base plate. So I know what I have because this takes up a lot more room to do this. But I mean, it makes life so much easier because now it's like, oh, here's all my Lego tiles and numbered tiles and dice and things like that. So I was doing that. Mail 1x1s. So I did that with the 1x2s, 1x1s over a couple of lunch periods. Lunch periods. I feel like a freaking student again. More letters, arrows, and part of it was I was just trying to see what kind of tiles I had for that white line in the Hainer to see what existed. So that's something I'm going to keep, and I'll basically create a tile bin, printed tile bin. So someone's here. Someone's here. Hey, Dave.
I'm sorry about last week.
Whoa, that's really loud. What's going on? Hold on.
Am I loud? Sorry, I'll turn it down.
The volume was super high.
Super loud. Super loud.
Yeah, this is not helping. Hold on. I'm gonna alter your volume. I'm editing your mic. Oh, your mic's pretty high.
You got it?
Oh, you're editing your mic too. Yeah, go ahead. That's good now. Probably.
Good?
I think so. How does that sound, guys? Everybody on
audio,
chat has his audio now? It could just be that my mic's really high. Maybe that's
testing
what's going on.
1, 2, 3, under 2 cat. Testing under 2 cat.
Mine's only
at the St. Cyre's not here, so I have to do the parlez-vous français.
There you go. Yeah. My mic, it's not my speaker because it's only at 34. So.
Oh,
anyways,
okay.
Hopefully our audio sounds good level wise. If not, let us know in the chat. We'll adjust
exactly
it.
Because I'm
Oh, Dave is low now. Okay, Dave, raise your volume up again, and I'll just lower the volume on my speaker.
Okay.
I think it was just because I've been talking to myself this whole time, and all of a sudden you came out.
Yeah, Jeff is talking to himself, which it can be a bad thing. Mic volume up.
I blame.
How's that?
How's that? Is that good, guys?
Okay, we'll say yes.
All right. Well, if not,
hey, everybody.
You are loud and annoying. You must be American. He's not American.
I am
he's
loud
Canadian.
and annoying. I should have been American, but unfortunately, I was born with the Canadian gene. And
you remember this one, Davey?
Look what Jeff built.
No, I rebuilt. This is what I built like easily 2016 or earlier.
Well, there you go. It's awesome.
But I rebuilt it because I found it in a box today. I found 4 ships.
As one of my friends would always say, awesome possum.
There you go.
I won't mention which friend always said that, but I'm looking at him right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds like me. Jeff is wrong. He was talking to us. Well, I was talking to you guys, but I had no one talking back to me. So therefore I was talking to you.
Yeah, I missed last week and I feel bad.
That's okay. I mean, it's that time of the year, right? People are getting.
Yeah, but it's just you're my friend, and
wait, Josh broke his body part.
Well, there's that. He's in a cast.
You had a reason.
It was an interesting week for that. So we're still working that out.
So other than Josh injuring himself, is everything okay? What were the results?
It's just extremely odd. And again, I love our medical system in Canada better than any other country that's on this continent.
I blame my sister.
I will not mention names. So when we went to the Emerge back whenever we went, so the start at the beginning, Josh got a punching bag for Christmas.
Yeah.
And he decided to try to kick it because he wants to kickbox too. So of course this boxing thing, this punching bag is held up by a steel post. His post on a swivel and a spring, and so you punch it and it comes back to you, whatever. Yeah. So he decided to try to kick the punching bag. He missed the punching bag and he hit the steel post and he hurt his foot. And but we didn't think it was that bad because he was walking.
Yeah.
So walk it off, as our parents would say. And so what happened was that a couple days later, he's in gym class and they're playing basketball and doing reps, or whatever. And he's calling home, complaining that his foot hurts. So then we take him to the ER. And then when they get to the ER, they send him immediately to X-ray. So he gets his X-ray, and the emerge doctor goes, I really can't see. It could be, it might not be. I really can't tell. Blah blah blah. If it's broken, one of his phalanges. So they booked us in at MAC, which is the best children's hospital on this continent. McMaster University down the street here in Hamilton. And so we go there yesterday.
My children were born there, so.
I was born at West Lincoln the other way, but Mac's that way, West Lincoln's that way. For those of you who want to know where everything is around here. So we go to Mac 2:30 yesterday afternoon, and the student doctor, the intern, whatever you call his resident, comes in. He's looking at the X-ray, and it could be, it might not be, blah blah blah. So the old doctor comes in, the well-educated and well-knowledge doctor comes in. And he goes, it could be, it might not be. So he wants to send us over for CT scans. Like, dude. So
but it's not costing you anything. So
it's not going to cost us a dime, but it costs us in radiation and doctor's visits. So our point right now is he's been walking on it for a week.
Yeah.
So
over a week now. The brace?
Well, he got the brace 4 days into it. Like, he hurt his foot on the weekend, and we didn't go to the hospital till Wednesday.
Yeah.
So he's been walking on it, and he didn't start complaining until he played basketball or phys ed. And he says, it hurts a little bit more than it should. So if it was a brick, he wouldn't be walking on it right now.
Yeah.
So if it's a bruised bone, which is what all the doctors said it could be, a bruised bone, then he just has to wait. Like, the bruised bone, you can't do anything about. It's just going to heal on its own. If it's actually a hairline fracture, which is what the X-ray may or may not say, then it's a cast. And it's like, but I said, if it is broken, he'd be in pain like all the time. He's not in pain until he actually stresses it or you touch it.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, or long story long in my case, he is home. He does wear the brace throughout the day when he's at school. But when he's home sitting on the couch playing his video games, he doesn't wear the brace. So he's fine.
During your
I'm not going to get the CT scan.
Fair enough. During your recap of what happened, I put my brick badge together, or figured out. I think.
See, Jesse's been to a lot more shows than I have. I'll tell you that.
Well, you were at Brick Awesome. You weren't.
Not this year.
You haven't been to any shows last year, really.
Well, I mean, last year I wasn't at Brick Awesome last year. I was at Brick Awesome the year before, or a few years back.
Pre-COVID, right?
Yeah, I guess that because that's when I had my gallbladder out. My gallbladder's been out for a while now.
Yeah. So. But anyway, so I'm just
and I'm missing a few brick vets too, so that happened.
Yeah, that happens.
1 year.
Can't help that though. What can you do, right?
Life goes on.
So, but my sister said I reply back, but I also say okie dokie artichoke.
I already
no, I do not. So, we have 12 people watching. So hello.
Already.
So yeah, Josh hurt himself. Did you get any building or anything done this week? Or
I am currently trying to rebuild.
Oh, Benny's spaceship.
Yeah, but not just one Benny spaceship, but I'm trying to
rebuild
two, and I'm building a third one at the same time. So yeah, I'm trying to build.
And are we filming it?
Three Benny. No, I'm not actually. I'm not filming at all on this one. I'll get it done and then do a video about it, and then I'm going to do a review on them. But,
Wow, it scares me that I have more hair on my face than you do.
I can't grow a beard.
Well, you did in the past.
Yeah, but that was half a year to get to that point. So as the Dutch person, one of the genetic faults of some specific line of Dutch people, they can't grow beards very well. It takes
Dutch.
forever to come in. Like, I could go a week and nobody without shaving, and like it doesn't look like I haven't shaved for like a week before you start seeing a little stubble.
I'm a little jealous of that.
5 days, and
yeah, I technically I need to shave at least every 3 or 4 days.
My friends have to shave in the morning, and they have to shave when they get home from work because it looks like they have an afternoon shadow. So me, this is a week.
Yeah, for me, for not like this is Canadian shaving channel, but for
see you, Steve.
I've been lurking, but I have to get to bed. Okay, have a good night, Steve. I did leave a like. Oh, thank you. We appreciate that for sure. For me, I can't shave every day. I could shave every day hypothetically because it does grow, but my skin gets way too irritated if I do that. So I have to at least shave it once every 2 days, like if I want to be as clean shaven as possible. But anyway, I haven't shaved, I think, since either New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. I don't remember what day I shaved, I'll be honest with you.
Wow.
But this is basically like 24-ish days worth of growth, let's say. And it's coming off this weekend.
Okay.
Because I want to try it. It itches like anything, and I want to get my hair cut, but I like having I need to get my bangs cut and all that stuff, and I want to be shaven for that as well, because I want the proper bang line, you know what I mean, or the around the ears, the line they put, and I have little wings flying. Anyways, so by next Monday, I'll definitely be. I hope my plan is to be shaved and have a haircut.
Shave and a haircut.
Dun, dun. I don't remember what that was actually from, but I do know it.
Well, from our generation, it's from Roger Rabbit, but it's been around since the 30s and 20s.
Yeah.
The 1930s and 1920s.
Thank you for mentioning that. The large, giant Star Wars ship at the Australian show. Yes, it was like 25 feet.
Yeah, that was nice.
I saw a YouTube video of it. I haven't really seen any news posts about it. But it was massive. And unfortunately, when the Brothers Brick posted a video about it, someone else took the video, and I think I know they did the interview. They were in Australia. Wow, I just realized that. The Brothers Brick, is that right? Am I saying that right?
No. I think so. Can't remember.
Josh Hanlon and the Brothers Brick is the website. Is the other one. Anyways, I forgot what it's called. Anyway, Josh Hanlon and his brother. They were in Australia and they filmed it. And as I'm watching it, I was like flabbergasted. But then you start looking at it closely. It's like I started looking at it and you could kind of see beyond the brick. Thank you, battery powered bricks, and welcome. Hi. You could see holes in it and little gaps. And I'm like, I know this is like a million piece build easily. I think I think they said 400,000 or 500,000 pieces, but there's more than that in there, I would think. But when I started looking at it closely, you could start seeing holes and stuff, and it was like, that annoys me. But from far away, it's absolutely amazing, and minifig scale, which was insane. Wow, their podcast was back in just audio. I've said this online. I've actually said it to Josh that when he was younger, his voice squeaked so much it annoyed me. And I feel bad about that. It's just I couldn't watch their videos back when he was just starting out because his voice was just not deep enough. I don't know. If you can go back to, I'm trying to think what it was. Probably the early 2010s, maybe. Whenever, if you can, find one of their earlier podcasts and listen to his voice. Yeah, that's a good question. How do you transport a ship that big?
I'm sure it comes apart.
What was that, Dave?
I'm sure it comes apart.
Oh yeah, I know, but that's a video I want to see. Is now we're going to take it apart. And agree with the squeak. Yeah, it was squeaky anyway. But yeah. So you're building Benny's spaceship? You're going to?
I am building a Benny spaceship.
I watched 2 of your videos this week.
I was slowing down to get light catch up.
No, it's not true. I watched about 4 of them. I think I've probably got about 10 left in the queue to watch yours. But what I'm trying to do, I'm caught up with everything else. So what I'm trying to do is I watch the YouTube videos that I'm interested in. I watch this this days. So tomorrow morning while I'm working, I'll queue up anything that's dropped this afternoon and into the evening, and I'll watch those. And then when that's done, then I go back and start watching yours. Just because I can't catch up. And next week I'm going to be gone for a week, so I'm going to be way behind at that point.
I've been slowing down on the videos because I've had less to talk about, which is shocking for me. But
well, I mean, yeah, the last one I saw was I think you were reviewing the 954, the
oh
blue
wow,
car, or well, not that the three models. You're
yeah.
reviewing that, so yeah, it's a little old. No, that's not true. It was a Value Village find with the Tonka white base that wasn't Lego.
Yeah, all that back in Valley Village, and I got a 20% off coupon for that. So thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that. I buy Lego and I get 20% off my next Lego purchase at Valley Village.
You and I'm trying to find him here. Hey, Paul, where are you? Well, I know you're here. I just there he is. You and Paul in our chat have some really good luck, because he was posting some really good finds he found this week, and even Jeff McAuley from in the States, he found he paid, what was it, $200 for, what did he get? Was the Falcon?
Okay.
No, someone got the Falcon for like $200 this week, like the large Falcon, and
The original ISD, or the original
the $1,000 Falcon.
Okay, so the new one.
The new one, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a guy, and I can't remember who it was, but he posted that he got in a used lot at the thrift store all the UCS sets, like 10 of them, and they were like $20 a bag.
Yeah, Falcon for 200.
Yeah. No, my best my best. Yeah, come on over. My best find ever at Valley Village, and this is saying something because I find lots at Valley Village, was the 6991 for $20,
yeah.
1999 with spare monorail. Like it was like and not to talk about this really quickly, but Sandy was with me and she's off looking at clothes or whatever, and I'm walking down the back where all the baggies are hanging with all the toys in it, the Barbies and the whatever, and then and I'm looking, and there's this bigger bag, and it's like electroshock. Like my brain couldn't process what I was seeing, like monorail complete 6991 in a bag for 1999. And Sandy comes up behind me. She goes, "You're gonna grab that, right?" And my brain hadn't gotten there yet because I was still stunned that I actually saw it hanging there. It's like, yeah, and I grabbed it before somebody else did. Not that anybody else in the store would have cared at all.
Well, no, not at that moment. But if any other Lego fans saw it, it would have been gone too, right? So
I will say, so Sandy, she was like last week again. So she goes to Valley Village sometimes during the week when I'm at work, and then she texts me, but sometimes I miss a text, and I get home from work, and she says, "Oh, I was at Valley Village like an hour ago, and there was a bag of Lego in the back that had like a base plate in it, like a 32 by 32 with something on it. I think it was the Pirate Island base plate." And she goes, but I couldn't get a hold of you, so I didn't buy it. And I'm going, "Oh, let's go back," and we go back, and it's gone. Yeah, they don't last too long there.
No, I've gone a few times, and like I went when I was looking for the minifigs, the collectible minifigs at our local Mastermind Toys. The Value Village is just down the road from there, so I jumped over there, and I walked in, and they had one bag, and it was mostly crap.
Yeah.
And I was like, as soon as I walked into the store, I thought of Dave, obviously, because I'm like, okay, let's see if I have the horseshoe. And then, no.
Yesterday we were there. Last night we were there, and they had the friend set behind the counter, Central Perk, for $80 in the box, but already pre-built. So they brought it out. I had to look at it. All the minifigs were there, but I can't tell if the whole Central Perk is there because the whole thing's built in another bag, right?
It's a good parts
bag. $80. Like I saw, you can still buy it for $145 or cheaper than where you get it from. I'm going, I wasn't a big fan of that set anyway, and I wasn't going to spend $80 on it.
No,
but I'll show you what I did get today. I don't know where
while you're looking, Battery Powered Bricks says one of his life goals was to come to Valley Village with Dave, which is a short drive from Florida. So I was about to ask you where you're from, but are you coming to Atlanta BrickCon by any chance, Battery Powered Bricks? Because Florida's closer than me, and I'm going. But anyways, Jeff's saying don't bother going to Ottawa. It's so hard to get anything at a decent price. Axel said you probably look like a deer in looking at the headlights. Dave slowly. Jeff saw a guy carrying a whole bag of monorail parts, followed him around 20 minutes, and finally asked if he would give them up, and he said it was for his home. There you go. Oh, what'd you get, Dave? Sorry? Oh, you got a second copy?
Yeah.
Wait, where was that?
On Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, okay.
$50.
I was gonna say you found that in Value Village.
No, not yet. So
Yeah.
they said they put it all back in Ziplocs.
Cool.
So, anyway, I'll have fun with that after I'm done the Benny spaceship.
Yeah, I haven't built mine yet. I haven't done. When I come back, I want to do some sorting. I'm looking at the castle as I'm talking because I should probably. I don't know if I'm going to bring the castle to Brick World.
That's always a tough one, eh?
Well, because I mean, I'm going to bring this Hainer. I'll bring my classic space mosaic. If I bring the castle, I want to expand it because I don't want it to be the same size. But at the same time, do I want to expand, the castle more? So I don't know. Went to my first show in my city. It was nothing like Atlanta or Chicago. Yeah. Atlanta BrickCon actually isn't that huge either. I would guess, look at the floor plan, I would guess 10 or 20,000 feet ish. I don't know. But it's not a huge convention. They've run out of room for mocks. So, and there's definitely a lot of vendors there too. So, which you do need because they pay the bills. Which goes back to my watching one of Dave's videos the other day or yesterday or today about going to those shows and they're all vendors, and it's because they're trying to pay the bill for the actual convention, right? Like, unfortunately,
and again, I won't say I put a lot of thought into this.
No.
And Jeff will remember this, and a lot of people who may understand. But when we used to do the Doug and Frank show,
yeah,
they had vendors.
Yeah,
they had vendors.
Yeah.
Most of it was 90% of it was vendors.
Well, yeah.
You go to the hobby show, it's 90% vendors, but there's at least 5 to 10% exhibitors.
Yeah, and it's a large enough show that they had the room.
No, but these guys are only about the profit. Straight up, they're only about the profit.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And so 100% vendors. When I asked, hey, can I have some floor space? They wait. Oh, maybe there's a vendor that's going to cancel. I'll let you know the day before. Oh, go screw yourself. No, I'm not doing this now. No, I'm not. It's 100% vendors. And for me, and it's just for me, I'm not interested. I am not interested in being on a waiting list as an exhibitor unless there's other exhibitors and we're vying for exhibitor space. But if I'm the one that's going to be exhibiting and I'm saying, hey, guys, I can do this for free and be a value-added service, but giving you guys something to, for the kids to see instead of just buying crap. And they're not interested. I'm not interested in being there. It's as simple as that. So vendors are important. Absolutely, they have to pay for the floor space. But no,
it makes sense.
But when I was a kid, every show that I went to as a kid, every single show I went to as a kid, whether there's a train show or a hobby show or whatever, there's always, even the fisherman show, even like the Royal, the Royal Winter Fair. There's exhibitors and there's vendors. And now every single time, the Woodstock, the Hamilton, the Mississauga, they're all 100% vendors. And sometimes they'll have one person signing autographs that's from WWE, or I did the voice to Xena in episode 5 of whatever TV show. I get it, but they're not interested. They're just 100% in it for the money. They're not in it for the hobby.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why it works better that, like, for Lego shows, it is run by Lego fans.
Yep.
So you try and get as much, like, at least 50%, if not more.
But I missed the hobby shows. I mean, we had so much fun at the hobby show, and I missed the Toy Train and Doll shows. Those were great shows. Yeah. And they're 95% vendors, and I had no problem with that as long as there was something to see other than people selling crap.
Yeah, exactly. So
anyway, that's my rant. My rant's over.
Yeah, I was flashing this up on the screen when you weren't looking.
Okay, sorry.
So I was just having fun because I knew it was coming.
Dave rant.
Yeah, and it makes the show much more interesting to see displays instead of just vendors. And yes, agreed. But there are people that probably go to those shows for the vending, like to buy stuff. Right?
For sure.
They might not even care about it.
Like if you're an HO or whatever, you're looking for vendors 100%. At these shows nowadays with 100% vendors, they're still packed. I mean, I've gone to them. There's still lots of people there because they're looking for that. Hey, that one Lionel set that I had in 1958. I want a new engine, or I want a caboose, or whatever, and they find it. I want that one Urchel's, Star Trek Enterprise from 1969. And it's there. So
yeah. Well, hopefully, Battery Power Bricks. I just was reading your message, so hopefully we see you in Atlanta one year. I'm going to try and go every February, assuming I have a place to stay, because that's one of the reasons why I'm going. I'm going to stay with Matt, who's been on our chat. He offered a space for me to stay at. So, which reminds me, I have to pack Technic pins for him. Anyway, he needs like 5,000 black Technic pins, and I have 800 in my store, so I was gonna get them for him. But I keep on forgetting to do that. Anyway, okay. Why don't we jump into the news? There, like I said, it's more like here's the latest. Yeah, it's more like here's the latest idea set that's passed, X number of hundreds. But not quite. So one news article that I did see was the 2023 Lego Friends TV show. There's a sneak peek for it.
Is it with the new kids or the old kids?
It's with the new kids. So they're rebooting the system, the thing. So there's the new kids. So they've there's 3-minute clips that they show the opening scenes, which introduce you to some of the characters. And it'll be airing sometime.
If Emma's not in it, I'm not interested.
No, she isn't. I don't know. I think they've replaced all the kids. The original Friends grew up and have grown up. And
exactly.
Yvonne's got to go shovel out the car.
Take care, Yvonne.
Well, yeah, she'll be back in a bit. Hopefully she's we're getting dumped on today and tomorrow in my area, today for Dave.
That was fun. Driving home.
So anyways, so there's some 3-minute clips available. In fact, they were actually linked in this article. So if you're interested in learning about the new Friends or finding some new friends, I don't know. Anyways, that's there. This is from the Brick Fan. If you're looking for the article, try driving with your windows up next time. Oh, she forgot to sign that. My car is shoveled off. We got at least 4 to 5 inches today. A good 4 to 5 inches today. Yeah. All right. So I think we mentioned this last week. I can't remember. That the Neverending Story. Sorry, my mouse is acting up. Hold on, I gotta move my pad over here. The Neverending Story theme, or the ideas from the last round of ideas that were being considered, has been pulled from the running. The creators or they've been asked to remove it because of a copyright takedown notice type thing. So that will.
Which one was that?
The Neverending Story.
Neverending Story. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess the producers or the owners of Neverending Story do not want it to be a Lego set ever. Fine.
Well, that's disappointing.
But there are. Hey, Brick Songs. Hello, welcome. Possibly a new person to the chat. I haven't seen you before, unless you would just change your name or something. So hello, welcome. So Lego Ideas, a bunch of Lego Ideas things hit 10,000 supporters this week. The first being, there's a couple of sea themed ones. First one here is the humpback whale, which is kind of like a shadow box type. I don't know if that's the right word, but like different layers to give different colors and different depths of view.
That's nice though.
Yeah, I like it. I think it looks kind of cool. So hopefully that would be an interesting one. This is created by Les Bricks de Loc. I'm assuming from France or Quebec or somewhere in a French country. You know what I mean? French speaking, that's the thing. But 2,000 pieces features an image inspired by the art of paper cutting, which creates depth, showing a humpback whale and a diver in the deep sea. So I thought that was pretty cool. There's also this kinetic turtle, which is pretty cool as well. It moves around as it's swimming in the ocean. But it's a pretty cool looking little turtle with a nice little reef around it. This one was created by Quaint Wolf 082. They don't actually show a picture of the kinetic part, but anyway. Next up, there was a Shrek Swamp 20th anniversary set idea. So be kind of cool to see a Shrek set, I guess. Although I would hope the ogres will be a little bigger than minifit scale. But there's a Puss in Boots and a couple other characters. So kind of has a hobbity feel, which makes sense because that was a burrow and this was a swamp. Force perspective. Thank you, Axel. Or just perspective. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. There's a retro comic book store that achieved 10,000 supporters, which is a cool looking little modular-ish type building with a candy store right beside it. It has removable floors, and there's a bunch of different comic book type pictures inside, which Radioactive Man, all the things we've had as previous comic books, which is kind of cool. I think there's one more, maybe two. This one also another, speaking of modulars, Lego Ideas Brick Boulevard, which has like an underground subway entrance. It's actually kind of a nice looking one. I have a soft spot for anything modular, unfortunately.
Except his wallet.
Yeah. I haven't even built the new modular. I've got it. I just haven't built it because I haven't had time.
I got Optimus sitting here still in the box.
Oh, actually, this is an above ground subway, I guess. It's built as a lower level thingy, but it's kind of cool. It grows. Comics. It seems like comic stores are going to be retro soon. Also, comic shops in Canada keep getting robbed. I don't think I've heard of any robbed comic book stores getting robbed here in Canada, but I don't really follow comic book news. So, always watching what Kimchi Bricks. Always watch under. Oh, Kimchi Bricks. Okay, cool. I figured I'm going to start making videos again, so I should use the channel that gives the best, that gets views. Okay, cool. All right, sorry. I started reading comments and
it's all good.
Got distracted. So the Lego House of the World, Lego Houses of the World set, which is actually, I think today was the last day to actually be able to get it, has sold out online.
No shock.
Which was the $350 price limit in Canada to get this set. Like you had to spend $350 to get this set. So I did not partake in this one. I'll be frank, because that's a lot of money. But it has sold out. Looks like in North America. Currently going for $50 or $60 on the secondary market. And the New Year's VIP add-on pack is also sold out. Interesting. So they run out of those too, which, that one was probably going to end at the end of the month as well. There's still the Year of the Rabbit promotion, which runs until January 25th. Well, that's the one that ends on the 25th. I've been able to acquire a copy of this, but I don't have it yet. I'll get it on my birthday because it goes with a birthday gift for me. Anyways, so starting, I think on the 26th or 27th of January is the Lego Bionicle Tahu and Takua. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry, I'll be honest. Gift with purchase. And in order to get this, you need to spend 95 US, 100 euro, 90 pounds, probably about 110, 120 Canadian, I'm guessing, by purchasing classic city sets, 3-in-1 Creator, Dots, Friends, Monkey Kid, or Ninjago. So I'm trying to think if there's anything that I would buy when I'm going down to Atlanta BrickCon for, 100 or 95 US. It's not hard to do. But I don't know if I'd buy anything in any of those themes. So not that I would want this Bionicle set, to be honest with you, in the first place, but I'm just saying, I don't think I have to worry about it. It's not like I'm going to go out of my way to buy this, is I guess what I'm trying to say. So, all right, next up. Dave's getting lots of building done while I'm doing this, which is perfectly fine, Dave. No, it's good. It's perfectly fine. So, speaking of shopping.
I'm hearing just sweet and melodious voice when I'm doing this.
My throat is dry.
It's like a DJ.
Welcome. No, I don't think my voice sounds out. I find I mumble too much. But anyways. So there are some new sets dropping in February. So here's the shopping guide for what's coming out. We have the A-frame cabin, which is a Lego Idea set. So that won't get you that Bionicle set if you really want it. I would consider buying this one though. So anyways, we'll go through the list of what's available. So the Disney 100th Celebration Brickheads set for $40 US is going to be available. There's a nice little picture of it with the Oswald, the Lucky Rabbit, Mickey, Snow White, and Tinkerbell. There's also the botanical collection icon set for wildflowers and dried flowers centerpiece. Both of these are on my list, so I'm not going to probably buy them anytime soon, but they're on my list. Like I said, the A-frame cabin, early access February 1st, general release February 4th for $179.99. 2 Marvel keychains, Iron Man and Scarlet Witch. The seasonal bird's nest comes out. I would get this one for sure because I love these little sets. And that one is $12.99 US. I think that's 17 Canadian-ish, 17.99 Canadian, something like that. So, and my phone is done charging, so I'm just going to unplug that. And last up from the Brick fan site is the biggest news of the week. Lego is moving their headquarters in the United States from Enfield, Connecticut to Boston, Massachusetts.
Pourquoi?
Over between 2025 and 2026.
Just cause?
Sorry?
Just cause?
Well, I mean, if you ever look at a map, Enfield is in the middle of nowhere. It's a 2-hour drive from Boston. Like, Boston is the closest biggest city that I can see when I was looking at the map. And it's been a 2-hour drive from Enfield to Boston. So I'm guessing that's more just so that they have a bigger center of commerce type thing to be available. So earlier today, Lego announced they'd be moving North American headquarters at Enfield, Connecticut to Boston, Massachusetts, Boston, MA. Lego has been at this location in Connecticut since 1975, as long as I've been around, but will soon be going northeast in a few years. The actual location... Sorry?
Go northeast, young man.
Go northeast, yes. The actual location hasn't been found yet, but they will be phasing the move in mid-2025 and be completed by the end of 26. So all Enfield employees will have positions in the office and will get relocation assistance if they wish to move, because it's a 2-hour drive. Those who don't want to relocate will receive financial support and job placement assistance to transition to new opportunities.
Well, that's nice, though.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I'm wondering if that's a way for them to kind of cycle in some of their staff too, right? Like, if we move to this, if we move a few hours away, there's people that probably don't want to move to Boston, right? Or
I can see that, but as you said, it's more of a center and closer to the coast and blah blah blah. Like,
yeah.
They're not flying this stuff and they're shipping it in, right? So I mean, it might be a port thing or whatever.
Yeah. So, but it just interesting, and I mean that could be part of their the reason for the move too, right?
I do know that when they shut down Lego Canada or Samsonite in Stratford, that there was back then pre-internet, it was a bit of a thing for Stratford to lose the Lego license. So,
well, I mean, obviously, Enfield probably will get a hit as well from losing that business.
Yep.
So they're saying Boston is ranked as one of the best cities in the world to attract and retain talent. So move to a bigger city, get better talent, I guess, as well.
Well, they should move to Hamilton because they can have me. I'm talent.
There you go. You're something, that's for sure.
Exactly. That's what I was always told. You're something.
Yeah. So I just looked through the article a little bit more. So again, Brick Fan has it. So if you're interested, it's the latest news for today. All right. So New Elementary, they did a couple of reviews of some of the new sets, the Tiny Mobile Home and one of the Ninjago sets. I haven't looked at this yet, but just kind of having a quick peek to see what they have. That new cupboard piece or fridge piece in orange. A door in buttery yellow. I think that's the one. I forget what that light yellow.
My least favorite color right now, by the way.
The bright light yellow?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's hard for me to tell the difference.
Hard to see.
For me.
Sorry, I'm just Axel saying, is the Bionicle set geared at kids, with those themes? Weird for an older theme. I would assume it's geared towards adults, but adults, when Bionicle was out, none of those themes were really around. But because kids aren't really going to get the Bionicle set, but I don't know. And Yvonne got stuck in a snowbank. Just got to work, or trying to park my car at work, but my car got stuck in a snowbank right outside my store. Well, hopefully you can get it out later. Actually, probably by the time you get out of your store later on, it will be a snowbank because of the amount of snow that might fall. No, I'm just joking. So some lavender pieces that are new, a bunch of lavender pieces in this set. Some rare elements, some animals and stuff, and some of the mini dolls. And then they also did a review of the Cole's Earth Dragon and Nia's Water Dragon sets, which has these newer horn pieces and some of the interesting face pieces or dragon heads. Oh, two of the horns together looks like a croissant. Isn't that interesting? Someone's going to be making a croissant shop. Look at that.
Exactly.
Look how close. That's like so close. It's not. It's pretty interesting. New weapons as well. Wing pieces. Yeah. Nothing much. I think those horns are really the big thing in here. So, all right, Brothers Brick. I found a couple interesting vehicles. I only got through a few pages.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool. So speed and curves make for a seductive combination. Sand green sports car of fantasy, because I mean it looks like it has rudders on the back for steering, maybe, or to help with the steering, which is kind of funny. But I do like it. It looks pretty cool. This was made by Vince Toulouse. Looks of it, based on art designed by the retro future art and design of John Fry, or inspired by that. If anybody has seen the Megan movie, which is the robot babysitter thingy, I haven't watched it. Don't care to. But someone built the doll, or the robot babysitting doll thingy in Lego, and it looks as creepy as the original does, I have to say. But hey, if there's something that becomes pop culture, the Lego community is going to build it.
Exactly, and I'm here for it.
A spaceship mock that is using a tent piece from Belleville. I never even knew this piece existed. But it's one of the larger tent frames here. And they just figured out how to fill it in with parts and make it look like a spaceship.
Spaceship.
Kind of interesting, eh? Always finding parts that we didn't know existed.
Well, Belleville's one of those themes that I don't think I own any of.
Yeah. Well, you probably do have a few pieces here and there.
Well, probably, but.
And two Lego themes that taste great together. So Tim Goddard, one of the best builders in the communities over the years. Still love the stuff he builds. So combined space and town themes to have. He's a builder of space and town themes. So he's built a few micro-scale rigs that are kind of futuristic looking, which are pretty cool. There's a Lego truck and a tanker and just a regular cargo truck. So kind of cool little micro build. And last but not least, there's this forest elf type building.
That's kind of cute.
I love this. I saw this with these teeth pieces as the roof shingles, and just love it.
Yeah.
And even for the walls here as well, they use that piece. They must have had a lot of those parts. That's all I can say. But
it's good looking.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Remember one of the mocks that was in Janie's show? The guy used the flippers basically the same way.
Yep.
Yeah. I like the teeth though. That really sets it off.
Yeah. One of the mocks that Meredith from Old Gray Bricks, Pink Wheels, that she's bringing to the Atlanta Brick Con is a building from a TV show called Owl House. Sorry, not Animal House, which is a kids cartoon on Disney Plus, but it's quite humorous. My daughter was watching it for some time, and as far as I know, she's still watching it. She just doesn't watch it with me. And Owl House. It's a house, and so she's using the you remember the Wolverine minifigure who had he held blades in his hand.
Yeah. I got a few of those.
It's that piece in green, and she's used that in green. It's just like an earth green or like regular green, and she's used that as the thatching for the roof as well.
Well, that's really cool, man.
So yeah, just trying to get enough of them, I think, was the issue. But
I would imagine you're ordering lots then.
Yeah. Yvonne, are you unstuck or not? Because now I'm starting to worry about your car. in a snowbank and you're not replying. So, maybe you're outside trying to dig your car out. Who knows? So hopefully you're okay. And that's it for the news. Do we want to hit the spreadsheet? Do we need to hit the spreadsheet?
Do we need to do a spreadsheet? Sure.
Okay, sure.
Might as well stay consistent.
Yeah, well, maybe. Ooh, look, the Lord of the Rings fly out for the kids. Let's open up the spreadsheet here. It's that hot. What are we looking for piecewise, Dave?
Sorry?
So what part are you looking for?
1x3 inverted gray slope. Since my collection is sorted and wonderfully sorted, as my friend Jeffy's.
Well, I mean, it can't be perfect, right?
No. Well, we all know Jeff's perfect.
No, I didn't. Never. 1,007. I was just being sarcastic. So there's 1,007. 1,007 sets currently in Lego's available that Lego has listed online. There's enough of a change. So available now 533. Out of stock 369. So they've brought their stock back up already. 64 back ordered, so that has gone down. Coming soon is 41, so that's pretty consistent. There hasn't been any new sets listed in one pre-order. So yeah, again, we're plus or minus one set because Lego's numbers seem to be crossover. Well, technically, anyway. So yeah, 53% stock level. So back to what it was January 4th even. 37% out of stock and 6% back ordered. So Yvonne is out of Snowbank, however, not really. Made her own. It's winter, and that's what we do in Canada. We just make our own parking spots at that point.
That's exactly right. We don't know where the yellow lines are. We don't care.
It wouldn't be CBB without a spreadsheet. This is very true. So, speaking of spreadsheets, it led me down a train in my head, a little thread in my head, that bricks and pieces my order hasn't arrived yet, so I'm still waiting for it. But I would like to have it for Atlanta BrickCon. Like the parts for what happened there?
I didn't do it.
I was trying to get two of us in the picture, but I guess we can't do that. No, I wasn't trying to get rid of you, Davey. There, I thought there was a way to put two of us and then the picture beside in smaller, like not like this, but more. You're gonna disappear for a second. More like both of us here and here, and anyway. But apparently not. So, hopefully my bricks and pieces order arrives in the next 4 work days. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have time to finish my mosaic. I don't even know if my mosaic will have room at the convention because they are fairly full in registration or fairly full in mocks, but I did send him an email and I haven't gotten a reply back, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That's all we can do.
I'm just verifying that I haven't gotten an email back. Yeah, I have not. So, so are you guys planning any conventions this year, Dave?
I'm already booked for Bricks in a 6 or Bricks Assembly.
Yeah.
I haven't got the hotel room yet, but I bought the tickets for Josh, Sandy, and me.
Okay, cool.
And Dave St. Cyr posted about his September 24th.
Yeah.
La Belle Provence.
Yeah, not officially.
I know.
Not an official thing yet.
When it's official, I will book it.
Let's call it a save the date possible.
And so when it's booked, I'm going to convince the work that I have to have a business trip there on Thursday, Friday, and then I'll be at the show for the weekend.
Yeah.
So
it looks, the 23rd, 24th is that weekend at the looks of it. I think that was the weekend he was talking about.
Sandy mentioned that she probably won't go because we can't take Josh out of school. He'll be his first year in high school.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
So I'll probably be flying solo for but I do plan on going. It depends on work and everything else, but I do plan on going. But
I was gonna say, I mean, you can technically come up this way, but if you're gonna go do work stuff too, then
it depends on what I actually have to do. Like I might have to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at the office, and then do the weekend.
Yeah.
But that's my plan.
Well, and I mean, you could do during the days Wednesday, Thursday at the office, and then obviously go to the convention afterwards, right?
Well, for sure. But
for the
the
evenings.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what the dates were. I honestly, when I was driving when he posted that, let me just pull that up in my. I'm just pulling that official announcement.
We're not ruining your surprise, Dave.
No, well, I mean, he said, and I don't know if we were supposed to talk about it, but are they 9-10 people that are watching right now? I don't think
we'll start the rumors now.
We'll start the rumors. Yeah. And most of the people that are watching are probably in our private chat too. I don't know. At least some of them are. I just found his thing. September 21st to 24th. So that's the Thursday, Friday. Okay. So yeah, I'm planning to go to that one, which will be 4 conventions this year now. Because Brick's in the 6th.
So we are tentatively talking about Brick World, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Okay. Cool.
Because we want to do lots of camping, and so July for Brick's Assembly, and then September for.
When you say Brick Assembly, you mean Bricks in the 6, right?
Bricks in the 6, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they call it Brick Assembly. I'm not sure.
I think that one of the website pages they had in the past was Brick Assembly. I don't know if that's.
So the Bricks in the 6 show, and then as I say, the Montreal. So that's we're going to be camping the rest of the time. So
yeah.
We'll have to see. I wouldn't mind doing Brick World, but we actually got a lot of stuff planned. So
yeah, no, fair enough.
And so this is a bit of a thing. So if you go to Legoland, New York, in say December between Christmas and New Year's, they give you a free pass for everybody who attended with you to go between April and June.
Okay.
The for free when everything's open. So we do plan on getting back to New York.
Mm-hmm.
And doing that for a day or two, and then going back into New York City like we did last time. It was absolutely fantastic. So
that sounds cool.
Yeah, exactly what we did last time. We stayed an hour outside of New York City, a little place called Goshen, which is right next to where the Legoland is.
Yeah.
And then so we did a day at Legoland, and we did a day in New York City. And this time, I wouldn't mind doing a day at Legoland and 2 days in New York City.
Did you see Ryan Wood at all when you were there?
Who's that?
He's the master model. He's the head of the model design department.
I honestly, besides my close friends, I don't know anybody.
Okay, no, fair enough. He's been on Old Grey Bricks once in a while. Sure. I think you. I
try to catch that when I can. And I think the same conversation I had with Nick when we were at the Toronto Lug meeting. I didn't even know. I did not even know he was on Brick Masters or Lego Builders, whatever. Because I don't watch the show, and outside of my own little world, I love the hobby, but I don't pay a lot of attention to it. So
yeah, fair enough.
That's a fault of mine. It is what it is.
Yeah, fair enough. So kind of we've been talking about conventions. The topic for tonight was that the convention season is now starting. I think, as far as I remember, this is the first. There might have been a Brick Ready or something might have happened already. I'm not sure. I think there might have been one more convention that happened like in the past couple of weeks, but for me, this is the start of the 23 convention season. So I'm just saying in general, this is, January, February, it's starting again for 23. It dies down by, I think, October last year. I don't think there was anything really after that. So we're starting the new season. Conventions like Brick World, I think Brick World was already 550-ish people registered, and there's a huge contingent from Quebec going this year. So it'll be fun to see some of them as well again, and also they'll be obviously in the most likely in the Quebec show as well. So we'll be able to meet up with them a few times this year. Brick World, Bricks in the 6, lots of stuff going on this year. I don't know what else to say about it.
They're going to be fun.
Yeah, we talk about conventions all the time.
I mentioned that the level of builds over even in the past 10 years has grown leaps and bounds. And every time there's a convention and people start posting pictures, not just from the high end Brothers Brick and beyond the bricks, but just the people who are just posting on the Facebook
Yeah.
and the groups that I'm just like I'm in awe of the level of talent out there
Mhm.
continuously,
I
and
agree.
how they, as you were mentioning earlier, how they can take what could be a one-off brick or a one-use only brick and do something else with it.
Yeah.
It's just like just
Yeah.
gorgeous stuff coming throughout
100%
the
agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck living in 1982, so whatever.
It's interesting how a single piece can spur on an idea and stuff, and then
Exactly.
for sure. But I was going to say something about. Oh, and so I this week the reason one of the also reasons I'm talking about this is this week I registered for Brickworld. I had the hotel booked already, but I did register for Brickworld this week, and I also booked my hotel for Bricks in the Six as well. Um, I'll stay on site for that one. And is that it? Yeah. So now I'm fully registered for everything for Bricks in the Six. I'm fully registered for Brickworld, and obviously I'm going to Atlanta BrickCon this next weekend. So yeah, I'll be registered for that one. Speaking of next week, I will be traveling on the Wednesday. So I think what I'll do is instead of burdening you with it, Dave, I think I might just do a quick news video on Tuesday and post it on Wednesday at 9 or something like that. Um, just to keep a video there so people can watch it at 9 o'clock, but we won't be live and I won't be reading the chat. Maybe I'll fake that I'm reading chat. Just because I don't know. But I'm gonna try and do that just because I leave like 6 o'clock Tuesday. Hypothetically, I'm on the road to start, just driving to the GTA area and then staying there for the night, and then getting an early start the next morning and going to Kentucky the first day. And I've already got a list of all the Lego stores that are on the possible route that I'm taking, what times they're open, where their addresses, and also there's the lack of stores. Oh, and Bricks and Minifigs too. There's only one Bricks and Minifigs in Kentucky. The town I'm staying, Lexington, Kentucky, has a Bricks and Minifigs, so that's why I chose that city to stay in, because it's close to the hotel I could book. So I basically what I'm planning to do is basically go. I won't hit Buffalo on the way, so I'll basically go like Mississauga area. I probably go across Buffalo, assuming the weather's okay, and then go down through. Go through Buffalo. I'm not going to stop at the Buffalo store on the way down, but I'll stop in like what's the city? What's the Ohio city that's just up along the Lake Erie there? Oh, Cleveland. I'll stop at the Cleveland Lego store, then I'll stop at the Cincinnati Lego store. So I'll try and do like at 11 o'clock Cleveland type stop, and then like mid afternoon for maybe some lunch or something in Cincinnati, and then dinner in. I don't know.
Make sure you get your passport stamped.
Oh yeah, you know what? I don't have one officially. The kids have one, so maybe I'll grab one of those, or I'll.
Sandy got one for me and Josh, so
Yeah.
we have two.
Yeah, but I mean,
we only go to Sherway, so it's only.
Yeah. Well, I mean, last year on the way to Alabama, I stopped at the Grand Ole Opry Lego store.
Okay.
So the one which is in Nashville. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. Which is kind of cool to drive through. I didn't really tour Nashville because I was driving through, but I did drive right past the Grand Ole Opry, and this mall is literally like a 5-minute drive from there. So yeah, I'm going to read that in a second. So I didn't get a passport stamped for there, but we'll see what happens. I will try and do live clips. I'll probably do YouTube Shorts. I think will probably be what it'll be. As I'm driving, maybe. I mean, I'm going to use up my data plan. As I already know, I've only got a 3 gig data plan, so I just buy more data, which is what I ended up doing most of these shows. I'll run out, but I'll try and do a few clips, maybe when I'm stopping in each of the stores or what city I'm in. I've also had a request from Kai, who's one of our watchers who watches in Germany later on in the week. He said take some pictures of famous monuments or famous things, because he won't. He might never make it to the States or to North America. And I'm like, I don't know that I'm going to see much.
One of my favorite people.
Yeah, I was saying I don't know that I'm going to see much on the interstate, but I'll see what I can do, right? So we'll see what happens, but yeah. So I'll be. Plan is Wednesday I'll be on the road, and Thursday I hope to arrive by about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon at Atlanta BrickCon. I know Matt's busy that day; he's got work and stuff, so I won't meet up with him till 6 or so at night, maybe a little later. But hopefully we'll be able to do a dinner and maybe we'll do a gaming night or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah.
I'm sure it's like it's a hello or something. How are you?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, Crucius. Oh, yeah, Crucius. Yeah, okay. Although that's the German version probably for. Anyways, hi, Kai. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm also slightly stressed. A little, not as stressed as I was. I got the Hainer built. I'm good with that. Now it's just the little details and ships and stuff like that. And the mosaic. Again, I don't even know if it is going to be displayed, but I've got some easels on the order. They'll arrive tomorrow.
Excellent.
A few other things. So yeah.
Just keep on keeping on, Jeff.
Keep on keeping on. We're at an hour and a half, an hour and 26 minutes. I think we'll call it for the night. Oh, greetings to Kai. Yeah, okay. That's how I would say it in Dutch. And Dave's favorite saying is gezellig. My throat's too dry to say Dutch words. How do people talk in Dutch when they talk so much? Your throat gets so dry down. Anyways.
Dutch people talk a lot. I don't know what that is.
They do. They're used to rolling their G's though too, but
that's true, and I don't. So
yeah, I still have the talent.
I'm just Canadian. That's all.
Anyways, we'll call it a night, and thank you everybody for showing up. Like I said, next week will probably just be a news segment, nothing live. And the week after, hopefully we'll be able to get some other people out for our 100th anniversary, our 100th episode. I mean, technically 105, I guess, would be the start of our third year. We'll see what's happening. Hopefully we can get David Sincere back. He's been quite busy for the past little while. And some others maybe might join in. We'll see what happens. But anyways, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. And till next week.
Night, everybody.
2 weeks from now, I guess, because next week will be not live. So we'll see you later. I'm hitting the button, Dave.